So this is a topic that I probably touch on at least twice a year, right at the beginning of transitioning into a new school year, and that's not necessarily fall. And then definitely when we're in that, the colder months, late fall, early winter, only because that's usually the time when I know if anybody in my home's going to get, start feeling funky, it's going to be during that time of the year. But it's also, I mean, when you think about it, transitioning into a new school year, into a new schedule, it can create its own little stress. And that's a really one of those factors that contributes to a weakened immune system. So I do have a presentation for you guys. Let's see if I actually got it on there correctly this time. Looky there. Whoa, math skills, right? We have some mad skills here. All right, so today may go a little bit longer only because as I was putting this together and then going back and reviewing it, I did try to trim some things, but there's just so much information and trying to put it into a small window, it becomes very challenging for me. I find myself going off on tangents, so I'm going to do my best to stay on task. So for those of you who are new to our space or will be watching later on YouTube, I'm Romelia, and today's Wellness Wednesday is 8 ways to boost your immune system. Now, this is a really big hot topic and has been for at least the last couple of years. And now with the resurgence of, more concern in our health climate, in our health environment, this is a really important topic. I know for us, and I know that I do that a lot. I refer things back to myself, but I am the best point of reference for myself. I know for us, it's really important for us to stay healthy. I do have a son who has respiratory illness condition, even though he's been doing incredibly well and even did super getting over this nasty virus that that's been hanging around way too long. It's still a concern for us because he is in still one way or another compromised. And we also spend a lot of time with my sister who has some health issues. So she herself is compromised just by not her condition, but some of the medications that she takes that really takes a toll on her immune system. And then of course, my hubby who has his own issues, we just need to make sure that in our home that we do the best and absolute most intentional regimen to make sure that our immune system is, doing what it's designed to do best. So this did not work with that. Maybe it'll work with this. So today's topics, we're going to look at factors that do affect our immune system. So the best approach for a strong immune system, you would think that, well, I'll leave it just hanging out there so that you can think about this for a little bit before I advance the slides. 8 ways to boost your immune system. And these are natural ways, you guys. It's not something that we need to go and completely, invest all of our resources into this. This is something that we can do right now today in our homes. I will talk about essential oils and supplements because this wouldn't be a Casa Walters Essentials presentation without them. I'm going to give you a peek at our wellness program that is by far one of the best designed intentional ways of keeping ourselves healthy. I love our wellness programs. It takes a lot of thought out of trying to figure out what my family needs. And I'll definitely share that with you. And then some resources for you. Because as always, I do my best to try to provide you something tangible once you leave from this presentation space, wherever it is that you're watching, whether it's our Facebook group or YouTube later or on our website. It's important for me to make sure that you have something tangible and that you can hold on to, that you can refer back to. So feel free to take notes, screenshots as we go along, but the guide that you will receive will have so much more information in it. All right, so factors that affect immune system. I do love this pup. I want to be incredibly serious when I'm here, but when I see stuff like that, it's just so cute and I want to share them. So some factors that affect immune system. Changing of the seasons, that's a huge one. It's not just necessarily, summer into fall or fall into winter. It's really any time of the year when the seasons are changing, because the elements are changing. Our exposure to different toxins are changing. Busy routines, definitely getting back into that structure. For those of you that have families at home, children that are still in school, or you're having to take your kids off to school somewhere, those routines and getting ready for that schedule can be really, it could really impact our immune system. Pollution and toxins go back to that changing seasons too. But also keep in mind of what we're bringing into our homes and what we're taking into our workspace, what we're putting into our bodies. This all affects our immune system. Unhealthy diet, I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a bit. And then sedentary lifestyle. You guys, we got to get out and move. We have to move our bodies every day. Our bodies were designed to be on the move. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you start that busy routine and that crazy chaotic schedule. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about using your body the way that it's designed. It needs to get up and move. Our organs function better when we're supplying it, oxygen, and we're increasing our heart rates. It works for our bodies. It helps our bodies just to work more efficiently and effectively. So not surprisingly, our 8 ways to boost our immune system is definitely going to just revolve around these factors here. But the best approach for any wellness or nutritional plan that you have, or something to really improve your overall vitality, is consistency. Make great choices for your body on a daily basis. Be consistent about that. It's really challenging to look at our diets as being very restrictive. That doesn't work. It's never worked for me, and I don't know very many people who that actually works for. If you're one of them, reach out to me. Let me know how you do that, because I know that has to do with a mindset shift. But in moderation, and just be consistent with moderation, and then make great choices for your mind. Adapting a busy schedule doesn't necessarily mean that you completely do away with anything to take care of your mental health. That is so huge. And it needs to be a conversation that we're having on a regular basis, so that we can remove that stigma from it and really get the help that we need, and be able to ask for it if we have to step to that next level of, I can't do this on my own. Let's get some support. Don't be prideful or ashamed to ask for that support. Our mental health is crucial to our immune system, because everything happens in the gut, and our second brain, our emotional, the impact of our gut on our emotional health is just incredible. Research will show you time and time and time again that those two are interconnected. They're not isolated. So we have to make good choices for our bodies so that our mental health is being looked after as well. So 8 ways to boost your immune system. All right, add greens to your meals daily. I'm vegetarian, but I don't really preach that. And some days I am one of the most unhealthy vegetarians. I came across this really fun group on social media. It's called Badass Vegans. And it is hilarious, some of the things that people post in there, but it's just really letting you know that you can make bad choices sometimes, but the more consistent we are with making good choices, the better for our overall health, right? So add greens to your meals. Some of the things, some of the greens that have really great benefits for our body: watercress, spinach, kale. Kale's considered a superfood, and I know that may be tough for some people to digest. I like to put kale into my smoothies. I find that, if I get a really good blend on it, I'm not going to taste it, I'm not going to feel the texture, and I'm just going to get all those lovely benefits from it. Lettuce, carrot greens, beet greens, let's see, arugula, collards and chard, all of these things, mustard greens, dandelion greens. Those are wonderful additions to your meals. If you love smoothies, throw some in there and add some fruit or maybe a natural sweetener or maybe some essential oils, and you won't taste the greens. You could even add some blueberries in there to change the color if the green is really offensive to you. Add them to your salads, you know, and choose healthy dressings for that. Don't undo your, you know, your healthy efforts here by dousing, or saturating your salads with all of these heavy, unhealthy dressings. All right. You can also steam them, roast them, whatever works for you. But yeah, make sure that you're adding some greens to your meals. It'd be nice to add a green for each of your meals and even in your snacks. But that comes with planning too. So there's a lot of great planning tools out there, and I may have a couple of, you know, just kind of archive that I've used before. I'm happy to share that with you if you reach out to me. Add green vegetable juices to your diet. Now, this isn't the actual leafy greens. This is actual vegetable juices, green juices. So if you don't have a juicer and you're not able to do this at home, read your labels for those green juices. Make sure that it is 100% juice and there aren't any other things in there hiding about. All right, like some sweeteners or some fillers. Don't choose those. Choose things that have 100% vegetable juices in there. So why is this important? Well, because of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has amazing health benefits. It helps to it definitely has a detoxification effect for our system. It eliminates blood sugar problems. If you're using it consistently, it helps to curb those sugar cravings. It even helps to reduce our body odors. You know, a lot of the BO that people have deals with that whole metabolic process and the types of foods and toxins that they're taking into their system. Our skin is by far one of the biggest detoxification systems in our body, pathways in our body. So whatever you're eating, whatever you're exposing your insides to, it's going to come out on your skin. Drinking your green juices is going to help to eliminate some of that. It has amazing digestive support for your digestive system, but it also has amazing support for your respiratory system. If you go and look at PubMed and research chlorophyll and respiratory, you're going to see some studies specific to asthma and sinuses. And these were, you know, results that were received by people that were drinking green vegetable juices that had, you know, a certain concentration of chlorophyll every day. It's pretty fascinating. So it, again, with your digestive system, better bowel movements, you want to clean out that GI tract, and you know, it just really just overall health benefits of chlorophyll. It helps on so many different levels with so many different systems. Do your best to avoid refined sugar and processed foods. Definitely try to do away with the soda. That by far has an incredible amount of sugar, and it's really not something that our bodies were designed to digest anyway. We've just tricked it over the years to make it believe that, yes, this is good and we can take care of it and we can process it. It has a lot of high fructose corn syrup in there too. You know, read your labels. Even the natural sodas, they can be a little bit better, and they're sweetened with natural sweeteners in there, like pure cane syrup. But, you know, if you're going to do that in moderation, or really just quit it all together. They're just not good for you guys. I will admit, I had a craving for a Coke, like Coca-Cola, about 3 weeks ago, and that was the first time in a few years. I quit drinking sodas in 2012. I read this article that just, wow, it really shocked me. It shocked what I was doing to my body every single day. But I also had a 6 Diet Coke habit a day, so that was pretty extreme. But yeah, try to limit your intake of that, and processed foods too. You know. Definitely think about where you're driving to through fast foods. Try to choose better, healthier more fresh, if possible, options through the drive-through. I mean, I get it. Sometimes we're busy. Sometimes time just gets away from us. We're caught unprepared, and we love fries, right? Onion rings. I love onion rings. So again, it comes back to moderation, and read your boxes. Whatever you're buying, even if it says organic, read your boxes in there, because sometimes sugars are hidden in there as well. This is a really good one. I love this one. Add some medicinal mushrooms, teas to your diet. So this is a fairly new one for me. I've probably been adding this to since like January. Remember, my family all got knocked down with the Rona, and I have just been really intentional of trying to get myself back to 100%. So the detox that I did worked really well, but I was still, missing some. I was still lacking a lot of energy. I just wasn't feeling 100%. So I met this one gal, and we had a great conversation. And this isn't new information. Medicinal teas have been around forever. Mushroom medicinal teas have been around forever, but they just have not been around forever in my home. It's not something that I really gravitated to. I'm pretty, how can I say that? I'm pretty consistent or pretty loyal. I'm pretty loyal to some of the things that I like and I try, and I'm just really consistent on certain things that I purchase. But mushrooms have these wonderful adaptogens in there. They help so much with our immune system. Beta glucans is that immune modulator that you can find in medicinal mushrooms, like reishi and chaga, and it just, beta glucan, again, go to PubMed, do some research. That really helps to how can I facilitate or mediate our immune response to certain illnesses, viruses, bacteria. So it's a wonderful addition. I met this one gal. She owns an herbal store on Montgomery Boulevard Northeast here in Albuquerque. And she has so many different types of herbs and mushroom teas available. I'm currently, really loving on her dandelion detox tea. I think it's fantastic. And I do have an adaptogen tea mushroom mix that I'm liking too. It's got a nice little earthy flavor for me. But she also incorporates other herbs in there to, just give it a nice flavor. I highly recommend her. I can't remember the name of her business, but I just drive to Montgomery Northeast and you will see it. She's on I think it's over by Eubank. She's on the left-hand side of the street. Anyway, wonderful. Incorporate these. It's really easy to do. You can have it for your afternoon tea. You can have one in the morning for your coffee. Just try to, incorporate that. It's such an amazing support for our immune system. And then our breath. That's another natural way to boost our immune system. How, you say? Wow. Doing some intentional deep breathing or just really focusing on your breath, it helps to reduce our stress. Especially if you find yourself in a situation that you're feeling out of control, you're feeling your heart flutter, you're feeling that sense of overwhelm coming. I mean, just stop what you're doing and just take a deep breath in, count to 5, and release it in 5 counts. Try to build up to at least, breathing in for 10, and it really just starts to slow things down, starts that physiological response that you have. Trauma, it doesn't necessarily have to be trauma where you incorporate this, but it could be any situation when you find yourself just completely feeling overwhelmed or starting to feel that little panic coming in. Breath is really important. And it also helps to regenerate some of the tissues that, whenever we're in a chronic stress condition, that tends to break down not only our immune system, but tissues as well. So incorporating that deep breathing a couple of times a day, especially if you're one to really be very reactive to your environment, it just has that ability to just calm your body, calm your mind, and really helps to speed up that recovery process from, from that overwhelming situation or even trauma and even disease. So practice that. Check in with yourself every couple of hours. Check in with yourself and see how you're doing. Or maybe check in with yourself in the morning, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, and ask yourself, how are you feeling? And just really stop and see how your heart is beating, see how your breathing rate is. Is it too fast? Is it too, or is it normal? Check in with yourself. It's really important. And then incorporate that intentional deep breathing. Of course, sleep and rest is in here. You'll see different tables and different charts that highlight how many hours of sleep you should get at a certain age. At least 7 is pretty much the norm for a lot of people. Sleep deprivation weakens your immune system like nobody's business, because you're just not allowing your body to regulate itself with all of those, hormones that are released during sleep. And if your circadian rhythm is off, that whole, hormone release and stop cycle is completely off whack too. Exercising kind of helps to get you to that place of rest even, because it gives you, sometimes it can wear you out depending the type of exercise that you're doing, but it also helps to, it helps you with developing a good circadian rhythm for your body. So if you're actually in that sleep and rest state, whenever you're up and you're doing your daily exercises, it can really help facilitate that cycle. Exercise too, it helps to flush bacteria out of the lungs and airways. It's pretty fascinating, right? And then again, it helps to regulate your releasing of stress hormones, specifically cortisol. All right, so those are 7 ways so far to boost your immune system. And like I said, in the guide that I have, there's so much more information that you can read on about this. So essential oils and our natural supplements is our last way to boost our immune system. So just as a refresher, you can use essential oils 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. So when you're using oils aromatically, the oils can help to purify and cleanse your air of whatever, elements are in your indoor air trying to bombard your immune system, but it also provides an added protection. Diffusion aromatically is the fastest way to get the benefits of an oil. So you could either have a diffuser, you can diffuse from your hands, you can smell it from the bottle, wear it on diffuser jewelry, make yourself a nice little personal perfume with it. Who wouldn't want a little spice in their life with On Guard in your perfume, right? Topically to help your immune system, it helps to, again, purify, cleanse the skin, eliminating bacteria and other germs that may be hanging out. And internally, taking essential oils internally is a good way to utilize their immune boosting properties. So we have a gamut of essential oils, right? And although I can provide you a list of 10, I thought what I would really focus on is by far my favorite is On Guard, because this is a whole line of On Guard products. All of these will benefit your immune system. All of these are going to support it. But my favorite products from this On Guard line, specifically to when I look at On Guard to intentionally support my immune health, definitely are oil. Diffusing it is especially when elements, environmental threats are high. Just make sure you're running that diffuser at least once a day. And if somebody's not feeling well in your home, definitely diffuse that once a day or twice a day, depending on how long your diffuser runs. You could also use it to clean surfaces. Put a couple of drops with, 10 drops in an 8-ounce bottle of water and use that to spray things down or to clean your counters. You could also take 1 or 2 drops in a little bit of water or a veggie cap. Touch is awesome for like your younger people or even as a daily preventative. You can just apply it on the bottoms of your feet. If environmental threats are high, or if you're feeling kind of funky, you can roll it on your chest. You can roll it up and down the spine. And definitely, if you don't have an On Guard sanitizing mist, roll it on your hands and use that as your sanitizer instead. Soft gels, like I said, I have 6 On Guard products. Soft gels, only because they're so much easier to take. My kids can take this on a daily basis, and because it's On Guard Plus, there is a drop of black pepper, oregano, and melissa, along with 2 drops of On Guard in each veggie capsule. And I love the immune protection and support that provides. These, we definitely have been taking them on a daily basis for a couple of years now. And then whenever, an unwelcome guest visited our home in January, we were taking it at least 3 times a day because that's the support that we felt we needed. So soft gels, easy to take. They're actually quite small. And like I said, this is something that my kids can take. So even for those that may have trouble swallowing, you see it's not that big. And it's super, super fantastic. Amazing support. There's 60 in a bottle. And yeah, good stuff. And then the cleaner concentrate. It's not something that we're taking internally and we're not putting it on our skin, but this is really great to clean with because it does have a 5 ml bottle of On Guard oil in there. It makes an amazing cleaner for your counters, your bathrooms. You can even, use it like a purifier for your air, if you need some extra support. I love this cleaner concentrate. It's so versatile and it works so beautifully. Sanitizing mist, got to have one of these. I love that this doesn't dry out my skin like the other gel stuff that you find everybody has on their counters these days or on their desks. This is really wonderful. It works really well to eliminate bacteria and germs from your skin. Smells delicious. And it's just, like I said, it doesn't dry out my skin. And then the chewable tablets. This is one of the newest products for this product line. So these came out, I think, in 2021. Was it 2021 or 2020? One of those. This is a fairly new product. So why I love this is because it's a chewable tablet, which means everybody in my family can take it. And it contains that, remember I mentioned an immunomodulator, that's that beta glucan that's in here. So this really helps to maintain a healthy immune system. There's also some vitamin C in there, vitamin D, zinc, and of course, On Guard oil. So I absolutely love these. We use these more on an as needed basis, or if we are really going to be subjected to, a big crowd of people in a small space. We'll go ahead and take one of these too. I absolutely love them. They taste great. And I really believe that everybody should have a bag of this in their home for whenever they start feeling funky or a little threatened, you can start chewing these right away. So some other essential oils. We have Copaiba or Copaiba. So this has beta-caryophyllene in there that has extensive health benefits, not just to your immune system, but to your respiratory system, cardiovascular system, your digestive system, just overall, because it works with our endocannabinoid system, and there are those receptors all over. Copaiba can just, support the whole body. So you can take a drop under your tongue in the morning, or if you like the soft gels, which are about the same size as that On Guard, you can take one a day. maybe in the morning or at night, whatever regimen that you can come up with that you are more likely to maintain. Frankincense is just an overall support for the system, for the body. You can put a drop of this under your tongue too. And then oregano. Oregano you can take as needed. If you're taking your On Guard soft gels, remember that already has a drop of oregano in there. For us, oregano, we really use more like a, okay, we're feeling funky, let's start a regimen to get our bodies back in balance. So it's definitely part of that first reach response for us. But if you find yourself that maybe you are in a high exposure area, one drop a day is not gonna, 1 or 2 drops is not gonna hurt you. But again, make it easy on yourself and take those On Guard soft gels. But if you don't, that's all right. You can even do a veggie capsule with each of these 3 oils in there, and it'll really provide you some amazing support for your immune system. Some supplements to consider. I know that I always go back to this lifelong vitality because I cannot stress enough how these supplements support our overall body. There are some powerful beneficial ingredients in there for our immune system. We know that proper nutrition keeps our body healthy, and sometimes it's really hard to make good choices a lot of the times. So if you're making good choices just maybe some of the times or rarely, consider the lifelong vitality, because it's going to give you the nutrients that you need, and it's going to give you your omegas, and it's going to give you all of that cellular support, amazing antioxidants in here, and it's just going to provide you an incredible immune boost. PB Assist, because immune system goes hand in hand with our GI tract, with our digestive system. So PB Assist is going to provide prebiotic fiber and 6 strains of probiotic microorganisms. So this is encapsulated in a way that it's actually going to get down into the gut. It's not going to start breaking down into system, I'm sorry, in your stomach, and then you're not going to get the benefits, right? So it's going to go down into your GI, into your intestines, and you're really going to get some good fiber in there that's going to support that proliferation of our healthy gut bacteria. So you can take up to 3 of these a day. I find for us, 1 a day works really well, unless we're actually fighting something off. And then we really support our gut by adding more PB Assist. And then just like we have our lifelong vitality and our PB Assist, we have our children's supplements that are perfect for kids who can't swallow capsules, and even for adults who cannot swallow capsules. That A to Z was designed like our Alpha CRS, so it's providing amazing cellular support. You have your omegas in a liquid form, and then our PB Assist Junior is in a powder pixie stick kind of like thing. So it's still encapsulated, so it doesn't break down in the stomach. It's actually getting to the intestines. We use a combination of that. My kids are not fans of the liquid. They just never have been, but they're fans of the chewables. So they will take the chewables, and we take they take the XE Omega that's in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because it's the same size as our soft gels, and it's easy for them to swallow. And then the PB Assist, you know, rather than swallowing a bigger capsule, they're just taking their little stick every day. So this is foundational. So it's going to cover your nutritional needs. It's going to fill in whatever gaps are there. It's going to provide you some amazing omegas that are incredible support for immune health. And it's going to support your digestive tract too. And you know, that goes hand in hand with immunity. So it also helps. It's funny how this helps with energy levels. It helps you sleep better. You know, it helps your respiratory system. So it's really foundational for immune health. Something that I want to share with you, for those of you who are current wholesale members, VIP members, we have an amazing immunity wellness program. So of course it's highlighting our beautiful On Guard line, but there's also other oils and products in there that are really going to help you get the most out of your products for one, but to really impact your immune health. So you have things in there like wild orange that surprisingly has incredible support for our immune health. And it also is a great detoxifier. So it really helps the body in aiding its natural detoxification processes. Purify, which is going to come and help clear your air and clean your surfaces as well. You'll see that we have samples there of toothpaste and mouthwash and dental floss. If you didn't know we had On Guard toothpaste, mouthwash, dental floss, you do now, and they taste delicious, and they're adding that other benefit of the On Guard essential oil blend in there. So you also see in here that we have tea tree, we have grapefruit, because that too supports the body's detoxification process. You have your sanitizing mist there. You even get a small bottle of veggie capsules to help you, become more consistent with taking your oils on a daily basis. There's also Stronger in there. Now, Stronger is from our kids line, and that helps. I was looking, we pulled it out for my dog, so it's actually on the bedside table. She had something going on, and we were rolling it around her ears, and it worked beautifully for her. So there's also an On Guard touch in here, but that go back to that Stronger is our kids protective blend. So it provides the same immune boosting benefits, but it's just a more gentle aroma that kids find easier to tolerate. So it's just a really wonderful program. It's over 90 days. And after the 90 days, you can continue or move on. You see that it has the hand wash, and I do believe right now this is the only way that you can get that hand wash is through our immunity wellness program. That's another perk of being a member, because sometimes when things are either limited in inventory or they're just not available for everybody to purchase, if it's on your LRP, they're going to send it to you because they recognize that your loyalty rewards order is your healthcare in a box. It's your wellness box coming to your door. So it's just a wonderful program. My absolute favorite one. I mean, we have great wellness tracks, but this one by far, because of everything that it offers in there, and then the add-ons too. So things like the Copaiba, the turmeric dual chambers, you can get more On Guard soft gels. You can get those at a discounted price. So I really love this one. And it's for overall. I love it. I love this program. It's my favorite. So some resources that I have available for you. I do have that guide that I was mentioning that has a lot of information in there and just more specifics on some of the topics that I touched upon. There is a video on our YouTube channel that has information in there about our immunity wellness program. So I go into a little bit more detail there. And then of course, we have information in our private online community. There's lots of recipes in there too for roller balls, for veggie capsules, even for smoothies. If you want to start incorporating some of those green leafy foods into your diet, and just tons of information on the oils and products. And you are welcome to join us. It's a safe place to ask your questions. It's a safe place to get some support. And this is the way that you can connect with us. If you don't receive our newsletter, our weekly newsletter, please sign up for that, because that has, just current information. It tells you what's going on in the world of doTERRA, and it has our announcements for our upcoming education. So that's one thing that I forgot to bring out for you guys. I'm going to stop my share so that I can find it. We have a class that is being hosted by some local doTERRA leaders. So like I'm sorry, I'm shaking this. Let me pull this up. I'm going to pull this up and then I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see it. So you'll see here, this is next Thursday. It's at 6:30 p.m., but the doors are going to open at 6:15. It's on the northwest side of town at Los Duranes Community Center. And this is being hosted by, like I said, some doTERRA leaders within New Mexico in our community. And you can see the barcode there, the QR code there that you can register, or you can copy that email link, screenshot this if you need to, and come on in. They're going to give us a demonstration of the aroma touch technique, and you can actually sign up when you get there to receive an aroma touch technique. Oh, if you haven't, please do. Please get there early enough to snag a spot. It is so wonderful. You could also, they're giving away prizes and some new member incentives, a whole bunch of good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. We haven't had an in-person, big group of people come together to do an in-person class in a really, really long time. I've hosted classes for people in their, places of business, in their homes, at public places, but we haven't had something like this where it's a whole lot of people. So you're invited. Please register so that we know you're coming, and to also get you entered into our raffle prizes, to make sure that you receive. I have no idea what they are. I'm going as a participant myself, so I'm pretty excited about that. But block this time out on your calendar so that so that you can make it. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, we haven't had this in a really, really long time. All right, so that is it. Look at that. I did it in 40 minutes, not so much as 30. But if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm going to post the guide underneath this video, whether it's in our private Facebook group or on YouTube, so that you can access it. The link that was there, on the resources slide is going to get you to that place, but just an FYI, if you're jumping on there now, it's not ready to go. I was running into some issues trying to upload things onto the website. So give me about another hour and it should be ready to go. I have to go in and troubleshoot and see why it's not appearing the way that I want it to. All right. So thank you, Michelle, for joining and hanging out. I'll see you later this afternoon. As a matter of fact, when I stop this, don't jump off so that we can decide, okay?